In this video, we're going to look at expected value. Now, it can be, you might see it written as expected value, E of x is equal to sigma x, or the sum of, by the probability of x. And let's see what that looks like in simple terms. These expected value questions are normally pie charts. So let's say you have a spinner game, and wherever the arrow lands, you win that amount of money. So keep it really simple. Start off with, you win either €2 or €1, and it's €1 to play this game. So you can see here you can't lose. So how much do you win? Let's have a look, and that'll explain the formula. So there's a 1/2 chance of winning €2. So the probability by the amount that you can win, there's a 1/2 chance of winning €1. So we get 2/2 plus 1/2 is equal to 3/2, which is equal to 150. So we can say in the long run, we're winning 150 every time we play this game. It costs €1 to play. So in the long run, this is a good bet. You can see here clearly we're going to win 50 cents in the long run. And you may see these keywords. This is a good bet. A bad bet, this number would have to be less than 0. We'd be losing money. And a fair bet, this number is equal to 0. We may see that in some later questions. Okay, let's see, can we make one fair? So we have our pie chart. Let's say we get €1 back here. We get €2 back in here. And in this, you get 0. So is this game fair? Now they might ask you how much to play to make it fair. You're just working out the expected return. So we'll look at that here. We'll say, well, what is it? How much to play this game? So €1, the probability of getting €1 is 1/2. So we multiply the return by the probability. So the €2 is 1/4. And when we have 0, that should be plus. When we have 0, we can put in the probability, but 0 multiplied by anything, it's just going to give us 0. So what do we have here? We have 1/2 plus 2/4, which is equal to 1/2 plus 1/2, which is equal to 1. So the expected return on this game is 1. So if we charge €1 for this game, we can say this is a fair game. So any amount of money that the dealer charges more than €1 will be his profit in the long run. So this is a fair game. Okay, let's change it slightly and see the difference in return. If we have a €1 in here again for half of it, and we bring this, let's say it was €2, it's now 150, and we put 0 in here. So the spinner spins. What's the expected value of this game? So we get €1 half the time. We get 150. Now I'm going to write them all as decimals. 150 is 3/2, or as fractions, 3/2, and we get 3/2 1/4 of the time, and we get 0 1/4 of the time. So we end up with 1/2 plus 3/8, which is 7/8. And if you want to convert back to decimals, 0.875. So the payout here in the long run is 0.875. So he charges €1 for the game. He gains 0.125 in the long run on every game. Okay, let's look at another example. This time we'll have 4 sectors. We'll put 2 of them at 0, put 1 of them at 1, and 1 of them at 5. Let's have a look at the return on this. Okay, so €1 1/4 of the time, plus €5 1/4 of the time, and you can put plus 0 times 1/2 or 0 times 1/4, plus 0 times 1/4. These obviously are going to give us 0. So you can actually see the expected value of this pretty much straight away. It's 1/4 plus 5/4, which is 6/4, which is 150. So if you had to pay €1 for this game, you'd be winning 50 cents in the long run. You'd play it all day, just keep putting your euro in. But if you had to pay €2, now the dealer is winning 50 cents. You can see the difference between these two. So the dealer has to charge more than the expected value of the game to make a profit. Let's look at one more of these, and then maybe one that involves a word type question with lotto numbers. So what about if we have 2 quarters? We'll go for 3 quarters and 2 eighths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10. Right, how much would you charge for this game if you were the dealer? Let's have a look. And these are my returns. So we'll start with a 1. So we get €1 an eighth of the time. We get €2 an eighth of the time. We get €3 a quarter of the time. Now I'll do it as actually 2. I'll do it a quarter as 2 eighths, just so we can keep them all as eighths. And we get €4 a quarter of the time. So €4 2 eighths at a time, and we get €10 also a quarter at a time. So what do we have? All of these added together will give us the value of this game. 1/8 plus 2/8 plus 6/8 plus 8/8 plus 20/8. It's going to give me 28 and 9, which is 37/8, which is 4 and 5/8, 4.625. So how much would you charge for this game? You'd obviously have to charge more than 4.625. Probably €5 will be a correct answer if you're asked how much to charge for this game. Could you make this game exactly fair? Well, if it was €5 to play, this would have to be 40/8. So these are just the type of slightly unusual questions they could ask. How do we make this game fair if it's €5 to play? Right, we want 40/8, so we have to get another 3/8. So probably the 1 is the easiest one to look at. If we want to make that 4/8, this number here would have to be 4, which was this 1 in here. So if we make that €4, then the game will be fair. So just try and think about what's going on in the question. What could make it less fair, more fair? How would the dealer gain, or the person playing the game gain? That's all these questions are really based on. Okay, so is this a good bet to pay €1 to do this lotto? There's 20 numbers with 3 to choose from. So 20, choose 3 will give us the total number of combinations. Just use your calculator to do 20 by 19 by 18 over 3 by 2 by 1. So 20 by 19 is 380 by 3 is 114. 1140 possibilities or outcomes. So all 3, you'd have to get the right one out of 1140. Now match 2. So let's say our numbers are 1, 2, and 3, and the winning are 1, 2, and 5. So how many possibilities are there of 2 winning numbers? Well, we could have a 1, a 2, and a wrong one. We'd have a 1 and a 3 and a wrong one, or a 2 and a 3 and a wrong one. And in each of these cases, the wrong one, how many possibilities are there? Well, we've already chosen a 1 and a 2, and we can't have the winning number of a 5. So there's 17 outcomes in each of these that are possible. That looks like 51 of the 1140 are 2 winning numbers. The other way to just check that, we have to get 2 from the 3 winning ones, and we have to get 1 from the other 17. And that will be 3 NTR1, so that's going to be 3 by 17 as well, which is 51. So it is 51 over 1140 for match 2. And we're going to get a 5er for that. So 5er by the probability of getting 2 plus €500. And there's just 1 winning number, or 1 winning combination. So that's equal to 275 plus 500. That's 255. Yeah, 255. Not 275, 255. 255 plus 500 over 1140, which is equal to 755 over 1140. As a decimal, it's going to give me 0.66. 0.66 we can round it off to. So if this game is €1 to play, you will lose 0.34 in the long run. So every game you will lose and the dealer has to pay out 0.66. So probably a fair enough lotto for a club where the club wins some money and people don't lose too much.